see if we can fix that. After I fix the mic. A Lebanese man with a wide rolling belly keeps my bourbon full, no ice. I'm the only woman in his bar tonight. Sign on the exposed brick wall, 15 reasons why beer is better than women. Number 15, if you pour a beer right, you're always guaranteed to get good head. Now, as of my understanding, when a man's hand runs a lap around your thigh, you derail it, order another bourbon, and make him pay for his transgressions. This man doesn't care too much for the crude cut of my tongue, too posh, too flashy, not enough bang for the buck. In this town, the women don't drink bourbon. They don't overthink a vagabond finger wandering. Number 12, a beer is always wet. But it is also of my understanding that when a man presses you into a blackened corner and folds his rock hard into your middle, you don't feel the awkward struggle with giggle. No, you push. And if you can't push, you run. And if you can't run, you swing your knee like a machete and leave no witnesses. There are no cowboys here, just you, the exposed brick, and a man with a nomad for a palm. Number 10, beer labels always come off without a fight. Number 9, a beer will always go down easy. The words bubble up over his lips. Who do you think you are? I could smash you, chick. In my 25 years here, I've learned not to fear a man's temper so much as I've learned to fear his complacency. So what things do you find satisfying? A crisp beer on a muggy night? Because what you pay for a beer, you own it. Number 8. And you can share that beer with all your friends. Number 7. And that beer won't get jealous when you decide you want to reach out and grab another beer. You don't have to wash a beer before it tastes good. It won't demand respect at a cab ride home in the morning. It won't ask for anything. Isn't that how it should be? Crisp, refreshing, and still worth 5 cents at your local reclamation center when you're done with it. He did not raise a hand to me. He bowed like a gentleman, body curled like so many question marks before him, and blessed me with a running start. A grand, glorified, dick-encrusted, American as apple pie, Rambo-style headbutt. That motherfucker headbutted me. Now, there's a thick line between what you think you'll do when someone headbutts you and what you actually do when someone headbutts you. They will tell you it was a skirt you slithered your narrow hips into. It was the fact that there was no money to get home, just a reckless pretty boy with a car looking for quick compensation. It was the audacity of a girl who simply likes the company of boys. Your mouth, the massacre, up to its usual. You swallow that blow like the last sip before last call, and the men peel him off of you, and you thank God for chivalry, though conveniently delayed. The exposed brick cradles a face like a father's shoulder. Number 1, when you're done with a beer, you can always put it on a crate and shoot at it. Woo. So I'm going to keep on the alcohol tip, because, you know, it's, 8 o'clock? I can do that, right? Happy hour of sorts. So this is a new piece. This is something that I've been working on for the past month or so. Place the woman into the velvet-lined box. Cleave her into 2 glittering halves. The audience will wait for the moment when you'll have to admit putting her back together isn't an option if you've done it right. You do not wince at the spilling of blood anymore. It's become far too easy to do it right. You are haunting. Drift from bar to tavern to pub. Offer this city the string section of your heart, some swelling sadness. You linger in the darkest of places. Red-lit sweat lodges practicing your mother's slur against the neck of a stranger. How it bounces back, beckons you to stay for last call. Gravity is conspiring against you. Curse the bartender for the missing olive. Curse the man you love for the splendor of his face. Curse this life because you can't give it back. Now curse yourself because you are all that remains. The violins rode the last train home. There is nothing you can do to unmake yourself. No matter how many mirrors you avoid, avoid. No matter the tallow of your waistline melting away, the fistfuls of hair in your garbage can, there cannot be this many side effects to living. The alleyway has never seen you walk a straight line. You drink till you are flammable, a winking inferno flirting with every car on the long tumble to your front porch. Most nights you're so fucked up you follow yourself home. Sometimes there's nothing worth calling home, so you drape yourself in the nearest available skyline. Call it lover, call it hold me, I mean fuck me. Please know that this one, he won't be around long enough to see the end of this act. On the walk home from your first AA meeting, you wonder who you miss more, him or the drowsy gossamer of the sixth whiskey shot, the bartender's hands, a language you've known fluently since your first heartbreak, years before a man offered you a ride home when you could barely stand, joke with friends later on about how you snored a little as he carved you out, spat your pulp across his back seat. You remember why you like to forget. Can't force anything to disappear that isn't good and ready to go. So they called you slut and you obliged. Called you lush and you kept sipping. His pet name for you was Boozy, and he used to love your spill. You actually had to have a conversation with your mother, Salud. Your father would sooner pay for rehab than college. Another round, please. It was noon. Somebody pass me a beer. The saws are clattering around in the back of your closet, baring their teeth at your flesh. You are left with two halves of a beautiful girl, and one of them is still out searching for the nearest open liquor store. The audience is demanding their money back. Blow apart like a pile of sawdust at the feet of a tired magician.